Okay. I used to do PC stuff. I'm kidding.
Yeah, that's what I still have. I still have a PC.
Yes,
Nancy, haven't seen you for a long time. Good to see you.
good to see you. Are you doing the Bible study? I guess you're doing Zoom, right?
I am,
Yeah.
and I'm doing the Zoom version. It's really weird because I'm used to having you guys, and it's like, this is like a whole new crowd, and it's like, oh my God, where'd they all go?
Well, you can come back.
Yeah, well, it's really easy for me to do it on Zoom because then I don't have to drive into the church, so it really kind of works out well. But
Mhm.
it's entirely a different dynamic. I miss everybody. Tell them that.
I will. We have some new people in our group too, and so but it is somewhat so many of the old ones.
Yeah.
Excuse me, we're all old, but
Yeah, are you talking about the PW study on
yes.
genealogy? We do ours is entirely in person at this point.
At Maris Grove.
At Maris
Yeah.
Grove, but we're a bubble, so it's pretty good.
Well, this
Yeah,
this
that's
is
good.
the one. This is the Wednesday morning one. I don't think you were in that one. This is not the Presbyterian women deal.
Oh,
Oh,
Wednesday
okay.
morning, I was in that the first year I was here, and I decided that 99% of the women were 30 years younger than I, or 40 years younger than I. Maybe
Oh,
it's changed.
not so now.
Hmm.
Oh,
Judy,
In
good to
fact-
see you too.
Good
to
In
to
fact,
see
it's
you too. Yeah, I'm
Hmm.
um,
Stephen, I have a quick question for you, a PC
Yes.
question. This is really basic, but Lynn had said in her email that we need to know if our computers are ready for Windows 11. I know I
Yes.
had Windows 10 and I have automatic updates. How do I find out about Windows 11 on my PC?
There's a piece of software that you can download on the internet. Trying to think of what it's called. I ran it on my laptop and my laptop is not compatible.
Oh,
But my laptop is 7 years old. Let's see. I could do this faster on the internet on my computer.
Mm.
There's a link. Where's my mouse? There's my mouse. Google it out here. PC will run.
Nancy, I'll bet you could Google, is my
Yeah.
computer compatible? And you'd find out if there's a test.
Yeah, let's see. Update assistant. No, we don't want to do that.
Yay!
We don't want to do that.
Now
Here
unmute
we go.
yourself, Catherine.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back.
got her.
Now she's muted though.
Catherine, so welcome to the world of Zoom. There's a mute and unmute button in the corner if you want to talk. Muting is great when you don't have to talk, then you can make fun of people. But if you want to be able to talk, you'll have to hit the it's at the bottom right corner of the screen.
Bottom left on my side.
It's just on an iPad.
Left on me.
Oh, sorry.
It might be up top then. I forget.
Mine's on the top.
Are you on an iPad?
No, I'm on a Mac.
Oh, it's on the top right-hand side on my iPad.
There are all kinds of.
If you touch it, at the top, it says Mute, stop video, share content, participants, and more. Do you see that if you touch your iPad, Catherine?
Okay.
Yay! Gotcha,
Okay, I'm sorry for the holdup.
no problem.
That's okay. Stephen's helping me. I was asking about the Windows 11 and compatibility to my Windows 10. He's looking that up.
Oh, I wonder if Stephen had any advice about Windows.
I'm trying to find the link to, Microsoft has a link and I can't find it. PCs preloaded, blah, 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 more good news, many Windows, learn more. Okay, here we go. Check for compatibility. So there is a Microsoft link, which I'm going to put in the chat.
Great.
I don't intend to do it. I figure I got enough problems without trying to go through a whole new upgrade.
That's the way I feel. Every time I upgrade, they take something that was simple away. And as my daughter says, they're trying to refine it. And when they refine it, they take away, and something that used to take me 1 step now takes me 4 steps. And I don't know what the other 3 steps are. It's
I hear you.
So if you're interested, you can go to this page that I just sent out in the chat. And on that page, there's a big blue box that says check for compatibility. And you'll download a piece of software and run it, and it will tell you whether you can run Windows 11 or not. There is a special security protocol. I can't remember the name of it. My computer did not have it. And it actually gave you instructions for how to look for it in your BIOS to see if you could enable it. And I could not enable it. If you don't know what a BIOS is, it's the program that runs when you boot your computer. And there are instructions on how to go look for whether this is turned on or not. I would wait a little while because there are going to be bugs and there are going to be updates, and they'll be fixing a lot of things right up front because software gets released way ahead of the time it should be, no matter who's releasing it in the PC world. So I'd wait a few weeks at least until they get some of that ironed out. But there is that website, or I'm sorry, that web page that has that compatibility test link on it.
Great. Thank you, Stephen. That's very helpful.
Mm-hmm.
And you have 4 years until they stop supporting Windows 10.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you have another 4 years. So,
by then you get a new,
but if they do it like they did Windows 7 to 10, it'll be free for a while, and then you'll have to pay. So
Really?
you might want to watch that too.
Catherine, did you see the chat, how to view the chat stuff?
That was, no, and that was going to be my question.
If you touch the screen, you should see a little red 1 notification maybe at the top by the mute.
It says it's recording. It says REC with a flashing red light.
That means it's recording.
On the other side of the screen, when you touch it, does it have any pop-ups?
Oh, it does. Well, it has camera and then switch to what does it say? Switched camera and switch to gallery view. I get nothing about chat.
Oh, chat's on the bottom.
Actually,
Not for PC.
it's under a Mac.
Oh,
Mine's
It's
on the
under the
bottom.
More tab. If next to, do you see like 3 little dots? And
No, is it on the bottom?
Mine's on the
it's when
bottom.
you touch it on the,
Oh, 3, it's on the top right for more. Oh,
yeah,
I got it. Okay, I see the one. Chat,
Okay.
yes.
then you can type things on with your keyboard,
Oh,
but you
I
probably
can't,
want,
I can't with my iPad.
yeah, it's not fun, but,
No, okay. I've got it.
but if you ever need to see anything, typically, it's additional stuff that you might not need, but,
Okay.
I will
You
send
want to
a
keep,
link if anyone's interested.
if you want to keep that link, you need to copy and paste it into Word or something, because when this
Thing is over. It's
Zoom
over.
ends, it goes away.
That's what
Oh,
that's
If you
what I
want
was
it for
wondering.
future reference, copy and paste it into Word.
That's my question.
I don't know how to do that.
Or click the link, Catherine, it's going to open it up in Safari or Chrome
Okay,
app.
okay.
It's a little bit harder. Since you're on an iPad, it's not going to do that, but in this scenario, I will email you that information later. And my guess is the meetings that you'll be participating with in the next few times, there's not going to be any chats in them the way that it is today. So,
Okay.
um,
Thank you.
yeah.
Not to panic.
Yeah,
Trying a lot at you your first time. Usually people are chatting the first.
I have to admit, I like the wait 4 years advice.
I think I'm with you. Oh,
So Lynn,
Yeah.
Lynn, question. Do you have an agenda or can I ask my question?
No, go for it.
Okay, so my question is, and I talked to you about this in the hall church. When I left the intermediate unit, of course, they were licensed for Word, and I no longer have that. Even though they transferred everything to me, that didn't come to me. So I have this stupid Pages thing, which I can type on, but I can't change that document into Word. I don't know how to change that document into Word. So Connie, it's like when I send you stuff for ASG, I'm in Pages and a lot of people can't open that. And I'd like to be able to do that so that I can type in Word. How do I do that?
Do you want to share your screen and we'll walk you through it step by step on your computer? Or
I
would you
thought there's a
prefer me to
way. There is
share-
a way to save it as a Word document.
Huh?
There is a way to save it as a Word document.
That's
You
what
can't make any changes to it.
Well,
we're
that's
going to show her how to do that, Connie.
show me how to
Yeah,
do it. I don't
good.
know how. Okay, how do I share my screen there, dear?
Do you see there's a green share screen button
I
at the
do.
bottom?
Here you go. Go for it.
And then you can either pick the whole desktop so we see everything, or you can select just that Pages document.
Did I do it?
Yep.
good.
If you want to open a Pages document to look at.
Okay. Not that one. Not that one. Okay. Let's see.
Private, private information.
That's not a good one. Okay, let me get out of it. Okay.
You could even open a new one.
Okay. How about if I open a new one?
we're all good men.
Oh.
Come to the aid of their country or whatever.
That's right.
How that?
Okay.
There you go.
Cool. Okay, so do you see at the top of your screen next to the word pages, there's the file?
Yes.
So if you go file, there's a export button. So instead of hitting the save button,
Okay.
hit the export and you have a couple options.
Oh, PDF, Word, plain text, EPUB, pages 09. Okay.
So
I go to
yeah,
Word.
so you can pick whatever format you want.
Cool.
And then it's just going to save it as a second document on your computer. So you can pick wherever you want it to
Okay,
go.
so I picked Word and then I go to what? Next?
Next. If you want to add a password, you could, you know.
Oh.
I have to write all that down because I can't remember all them. So whatever. Okay. Just do. Okay. Now do export.
Yep.
Cool.
And then if you want to test it, you can send it to me.
Hey. Now let's see if we can figure that part.
Oh,
Okay, then. So no.
So the thing that you need to make sure you do, Betsy, if you save both documents in the same location and name them the exact same thing, you have to be cautious of which one you email out to them. So
Gotcha.
sometimes I save it to like my desktop instead of my documents so that I remember
Okay.
that's the version. But if you want to open your email and send Connie an email,
Okay. Open the email. Okay, cool. Go to the email. The email. Okay. So I'm going to where? Oh, I'm going to over here.
Mm.
oh, you
Right.
don't use the mail app?
No, that doesn't work for me. That deal doesn't work for me. So if I go
You
to,
pick that.
and that's like, it's like one more thing to remember. Okay, so if I go to, I have AOL mail. Okay, shut up. I have that. Work for me.
now we
Okay.
know then.
And
Got mail.
daughter complains all the time, mother, you're dumb, but oh well. Okay, so now I'm going to go to Connie. And then I'm going to go,
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Good man.
okay, and now I'm going to do send.
You want an attachment first.
I got to
File in.
attach it though. Okay, I got to attach it.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then locate it on your,
so it's in where? Documents?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's in,
yeah.
It was in desktop, I thought.
I think, yeah,
Is it in desktop? Why would it be?
thought so.
I don't think
Yep.
so. I think she left it in documents.
I thought
The
I saw
default
desktop.
was desktop. Did you save it in the default?
I don't know. Did I save it?
Yeah, when you
Nope.
exported
I
it,
started writing notes or that what we were doing.
There it is.
There. I'm not seeing it. Where are you seeing?
you're in the A's, you have to scroll down to the ends.
Okay.
No, you're
Well,
in,
with-
Now it's sorted by day.
Yeah,
yeah.
whoops.
What did you do?
I don't
There it
know.
is.
This is
There it is.
It is.
There it is.
Here it is,
Look.
right there.
where
The end of the.
now.
End of the bottom line.
Yeah, that one there.
There you go.
Okay.
Yay.
Hey.
Okay,
Now
now
you can
send
send
it
it.
to you, dear.
Mm-hmm.
So Betsy, would you like to bookmark this page so you don't have to search for it every time? And
Yeah.
yeah, do you want me to show you how to do that?
No, I know how to do that.
Okay.
It says bookmark this page, right?
There's an easier way than that.
Okay.
So if you go back to your mail page, do you see there's a little star button above the pink search bar? If you go up, hit
Yes.
that. just hit that
Okay,
and you can name it. You could probably get rid of the number of unopened emails you have up there. So it just says AOL mail, or you could
so if
say
I, so
email.
if I tag it, what should I tag it or name?
I would make the location actually bookmark bar.
Bookmark toolbar?
Yeah.
Is it menu?
Which one?
Toolbar.
Toolbar.
Okay,
Yeah, there you go.
It is, yep.
and then
And
what?
hit save,
Okay,
unless you want to delete the 20,000.
I got it, by the way, Betsy. It worked, just so
oh,
you know.
good, okay, cool. All right, well, let's see if I can do it the next time, huh? You know what I mean?
So Betsy, every time you open Firefox now, you'll see AOL Mail up there.
Okay,
And you can add other bookmarks on that bar if that you use a lot, if that would be
Okay.
easier for you.
Yeah.
I'll attempt to do it.
And you could delete the getting started Firefox one if you don't want that.
Okay, I'll do the stop share now, right?
Yep.
Um,
Now
I
you
have a
don't know I'm
question.
personal business. That's cool.
when she started with Pages, was that Google Pages? Or was that something different?
No, it's in my computer. Apparently it's an Apple program or a Mac program.
Yeah, it's a Mac Pages, yeah.
Product.
So I only had that because you have to buy the license otherwise for the Word, and I don't want to do that. I had it when I was teaching because we all communicated that way, but when they transferred, I was lucky. I knew the girl in IT, so I said, "Can you transfer this onto my computer?" So she did, and I was very lucky because I was able to save all of the stuff that I'd worked on for a long time. I bought the same computer that I had when I was teaching, and they just transferred everything to me. But that was the one thing I couldn't get because you've got to pay for that. The IU had that license. So thanks.
Okay, but when I don't have Word on my laptop either, and I'm using Google Docs, but if I wanted, can I do the same thing, do export and save it as a Word document, or isn't that a choice?
I love Google Docs, and I think you can do that as well. It's
Yeah.
probably the same system.
Okay, cool. All right, good. Well, I do have a question for Stephen and anybody else. And-
Here you go. I'll show you this real quick. This is how you do. So in Google Docs, if you go up here, it's download. So it's download instead of export.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then
Okay,
you can choose whatever you want.
Yep.
okay. All right, if you remember, I told you that my laptop came with McAfee, whatever the thing is, the
Antiviral,
protection. Yeah, antiviral. And then it was for a year, and then it asked me, did I want to renew it? And of course I said yes, and not realizing that apparently and of course it was a great bargain, but I don't think the original one was for all my devices, but the new one's for all my devices. And so then we decided that I should try to put it on my laptop or my desktop computer. All right, I'm ready to share what happened and see if you can help me. But my question is, I have on my laptop now, which I'm doing Zoom on, I have two tabs open, the Zoom tab and the email tab. When I go to share screen, does that automatically take me to the other tab? Or how?
No, you have to choose when you share your screen, which screen you're going to share. You can share the whole thing, or you
Okay,
can share one or the other window.
but when I share the other window with the email, what happens to my Zoom, you people and everything?
Nothing.
Okay.
That you can close that web page. It gets you into the initial meeting. Once that's done, you can close out of it.
Oh, well, I closed out of it, but now Zoom is gone. So can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, let
Zoom
me
is still
try.
running in the background.
Okay, I got it there. I see it. I just had to click on Zoom. Gotcha. Okay. All right. So I'm going to say share my screen. And then I just click on the one I want to share. Okay,
Yep.
wait,
Mhm.
and say share. There it
Good.
is. Okay, now to go here, thank you for snippet because I got this. I went to install it and what it said is open the email on the device you want to include. And I did that on my laptop and it started installing it and everything. And then it got to what you see there, that sorry, your McAfee software couldn't be installed. The following components failed to install. Security Center. So I clicked on this, how to fix this, and it was a 404 error. I
Oh,
clicked,
great.
I clicked
How do
on
you fix the
this.
404 error now?
Well, I clicked on this, contact support, and they want me to buy the support.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that. My question really is, okay, forget it. But if I just say forget it, and of course, when I actually this screen, when this screen was up and I X'd it out, it says, are you sure we haven't completed the installation? Are you sure you don't want to continue? And of course I said, yes, I'm sure, because you're not going to continue. My question is, these are still on my computer. I mean, the executed file is still on the computer, but should I delete that or should I mean, I'm going to say, forget it. I'm not going to try to install it on my, because I'm happy with Windows Defender for now until something else comes along that's whatever, until I get hacked. and anyway, so how do I just get out of it completely? I mean, say no, I don't want to. Do I need to go in and where those files were saved, just delete those files, or can they stay there for because they're not doing anything?
They're not going to be doing anything because the install didn't complete.
Okay.
So you can leave them there. They're not
Okay.
that big.
Okay.
There are other virus programs that you can get that are more robust than Windows Defender that are free.
Yeah, well, I did that for a while. I did the one that starts with B. It's a big Defender or something or other. And in fact, I think you guys here said that that wasn't a good one or something. I forget why I actually got out of it. It was starting to cause problems. Probably because I hadn't disabled the Defender. I don't know. But
yeah, you can't have two of them going at the same time. That is a problem.
But when I tried to install this one, it on its own was going to shut off Defender, right? McAfee.
That's not always true.
Okay, because the first thing it did ask me is, can we take control of your computer? And I said, yes. So I figured that's what they were doing, is going to shut it off. However, I have checked, since this didn't install all the way, I do still have everything else and Defender is still on.
Okay, that's a good thing.
Yeah. So if I want to just not get anything else, well, and the reason I'm hesitant, Lynn, I don't know if you remember when we were first looking at my computer, I have a whole bunch of downloads that did not successfully download. And it says, do you want to continue, or, try it again? And I do it and it doesn't download. So obviously they're not on here, and I'm afraid, and that's another reason I don't want to go to 11, because whatever was supposed to install never did, and there's no way to do it. So that's why I'm a little bit leery of doing too much of anything with, it's working, don't fix it. So I guess if I just, and then you can console me when I come crying to you that everything was hacked and destroyed. Because I do have my backup, external backup drive is working fine. Well, I think it is. It says it has. I haven't ever tried to open it, see if it's really there. But anyway, all right. So I guess, so I'm just going to say, forget it for now, and I should be good.
Yes.
And anybody who doesn't know the snipping tool, learn it, because this is so cool. I can't believe I lived all my life that long without having it, because it's so much better than screen print or whatever. All right, now how do I get out of this? where do I stop?
There,
top.
stop sharing.
Stop share. There we go. Oh, there you guys are. Ah, thank you.
We are learning, Lynn. We're slow, but we are learning.
Yes. Yes.
So proud. You make it worth it every week.
All you have to do is go to your grandchildren. They'll tell you how to do it in 10 minutes.
Yeah, oh, I know. Although, Stephen, you have Android phone, right?
Yes.
This was a question and I think they gave me the answer, but I haven't done it yet. My new phone, not new to you. I mean, it's my phone, my most recent phone, which is the blue phone. I installed a really neat stargazer thing, only I determined that my cell phone does not have a magnetometer. So I can't use it like just setting it, holding it up and seeing where I am, because it hasn't got a compass. And I discovered that my very old track phone that I had does have one. So I'm thinking, okay, I could download that onto there, except that I have this, to do that, I would have to activate my Gmail account. And if I did that, I think we determined that might put it on all my devices. So my thought is, do you think I can, what we discussed is, can I just make up another Gmail account and say, this is my Gmail account and see if that'll work? Well, I mean, it can't interrupt the old Gmail account, right?
Nope.
Okay.
They don't have anything to do with each other.
But can I just, how do I make it up? Can I just put a new one in on my cell phone?
Yep.
Okay. All right, that'll be my thing for this week, and you can hear me cry next week if I messed it up.
Unfortunately, I won't be able to hear you cry.
Oh,
I'll be in the operating room.
Is that next Thursday, Stephen? Is that next Thursday, your surgery?
Yes.
Okay.
What time?
The surgery starts at 10:30.
Oh, so we should be praying for you during this class.
Well, you can check in for a half an hour before the surgery, Stephen.
Yeah, right.
Fortunately, I have to be there at 9:30.
Oh,
You'll probably be on drugs by
yeah,
10
probably.
o'clock.
Yeah, probably.
Well, I had an interesting thing happen because I have an Android phone and it's a new one. It's a Samsung and it's a new one, and I don't know how the hell half of it works, which is fine. But I was out in Tahoe, and when I got home, I just, everything worked great. It was wonderful. I did all my email on it, all my everything. And then I came home and my daughter kept messaging me, why aren't you answering your phone? I'm like, well, it didn't ring. So I went through this for a while, like yesterday, and I finally found out apparently you have to turn the phone on and off. It doesn't hit the towers. Once it gets acclimated to wherever it is, which was weird because going out, I didn't have a problem. But the guy, I went to Verizon and said, hey, fix this. I don't know what to do. So he just turned it off and turned it back on. And all of a sudden it rang. Isn't that amazing? I just was surprised because I expected it to just transfer again, but apparently it's something about the towers, I guess.
Betsy, the first thing you should do, your first life lesson when it comes to fixing computers and tech, anytime you have a problem, try turning the device on and off again. It's the first default, and that's the first thing I will ask you when you contact me for help.
Okay. Good to know. Now I know.
There's a TV show called The IT Crowd, and it's a running joke in that TV show.
Right. Well, also, as far as cell service, as you know, mine doesn't work on the Eastern Shore, but also I was using it to get to Ocean City, Maryland. I'm using Google Maps, and we're going along fine. And all of a sudden it says no more connection. And apparently I knew that the Google Maps are not on my phone, they're in the internet, so I couldn't do anything. And so the GPS was fine, here's where you are, but there was no map around me, so I didn't know. But is there a way you can download maps from Google Maps like you can with some of the other apps?
There might be a way to make it offline, view offline.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
Yeah, here, let me share my screen. Hold on.
It's always amazing how fast you do that, Lynn. Oh, here it is. Like you have
I'll
an
do my
assistant
best
just
for
handing
you.
it to you.
So if you go to Google Maps, the app, mine probably looks a little different than yours because it's an iPhone. If you click your profile up in the top, there's a offline maps. And just click that
Oh,
and download select your own map and, wherever you want to go.
But I have to obviously do that before I leave.
So yeah, you pick whatever location.
But do they charge for that?
Nope. I want to know about Indiana. Download. And here it is, downloading 1% of Indiana.
Wait a minute, profile.
So yeah, that's how you do that.
Offline. It was a profile and then offline. Okay.
Yep,
And
that's
then
what you do.
Select your own.
And you can actually, it looks like it's downloading even though I went back. So yeah, there's a lot of interesting features that they do here. Something that my mom likes because she's paranoid of in case I have a seizure or something and they need to get to me. There's location sharing. So I can share with my mom my location.
Yeah.
So if you have like a spouse or something, so like my mom tracks my dad as well. So if she knows when he's coming home for dinner. That's an option if that's a thing that you need as well. So
Well,
there's some danger in that too, you can't get away with anything, right?
well, and that was how I ended up with this phone. My kids wanted me to get this phone so I could have the 360 degrees thing, which is everybody shows where everybody is. And it was kind of cool, except it used the battery up so fast. And sometimes it wasn't correct. And even so, what are you going to do? All right, she's here, but you don't know what she's doing, or whatever. So we finally canned that, but maybe the maps would be a good, but you have to allow your location and then you tell who gets it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you use Waze as or Google Maps, even you can share your location while you're driving. So if you're going on a trip or something, I do that when I drive places to let people know, hey, this is when to expect me,
That's cool.
Then I have a similar question. How do you get the nice, pretty pictures on your Google Maps as opposed to the sterile gray thing with streets on it?
Oh, you don't like the sterile gray thing? You want the satellite view?
I was just curious.
There should be,
Yeah, there's an option.
there should be different options. Oops. Oops, that's not what I want. Apologies. So if you go up to your little profile up here, there should be settings.
Well, first it says,
Navigation, maybe?
first I have to sign into Google, I guess.
Of course.
Oh, well, I'll be able to figure it out now that I have to sign into Google.
Map displays, maybe? Sorry, I'm doing this as I talk to you, so
Map
it's taking
display,
longer.
color scheme.
Yeah. Maybe it's somewhere else. Somebody else looking for this as well.
Whatever.
I use Google Maps, so I'm not familiar with it.
Well, actually, as I was using it on that screen, it said show different kind of map, whatever. I don't see
Yeah, it should be when you do a location. Let's say I'm going to work.
Head west toward Hampton Court, then turn left onto Newsmith
Shut
Drive.
up.
Quiet.
There should be a way of changing that here. Nope.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
well.
let's see.
Under settings, there's start maps and satellite view.
Oh,
Where?
And
Oh, show maps and satellite view. There you go.
Yeah, it says it
Oh.
uses more data, but
Right.
And I like seeing the traffic on the map, if there, I should expect, that. And speed limits, things like
Well,
that.
And
If
I
you
use
want
the,
a route and you want to avoid tolls and things,
Yeah,
you can do
it tells
that
you,
as
yeah.
well.
Oh, yeah, well, that all comes up.
There
with
you go.
anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but if you select the little car instead of just the little dot, when you're at a stoplight, the car keeps going. I mean, it doesn't move. It just like shakes like it's on. The car's on.
It's nice to know your car's still on.
it's also probably good to turn on incognito mode too, if you don't want to share that kind of stuff.
Mm.
So sometimes if you have location sharing access, Google will be like, how did you like going to Giant today? Rate your experience.
Yeah.
Do I have to?
Any other questions about maps?
I have a question that I'm pulling it up on my phone here. It was about an email that I got. Let me pull it up again. I mean, I can screen share if but maybe there's a simpler way to do this. Apple has an automatic payment for it. It's at 99 cents a month for extra cloud storage.
Right.
And when I got my updated phone, I got a free year of Apple TV, which I have never watched. So now what I'm getting is this receipt from Apple saying, we renewed your Apple TV. So now it's $4.99 a month. And I don't want Apple TV. And the only thing that I can see on this email is a little thing that says report a problem, and then I have to sign in. I didn't do that yet, but would you assume that that's what I'm going to need to do to somehow cancel Apple TV?
Did you hit the free trial for a year?
It was automatic. It was automatic when I got my phone. Along with it, it was one of the gifts I got was free Apple TV for a year.
Mm-hmm.
At least that was the way I understood it. And I never.
And so it did it automatically and you have to go in and shut it off?
Pardon me?
So you have to go in and shut it off is what you're saying?
That's what I'm wondering. What do I do to cancel this?
Probably the easiest way to do that is on your iPhone.
Okay.
Because you have a PC, so it makes things a little more difficult when it comes. But while you have this month of Apple TV, you should watch the movie Coda. I swear it's the best film I've seen in years. I stopped my Apple subscription, but I'm like, it was amazing. It's about this girl, Coda.
Of course, I've been billed for October, so I might as well.
Yeah, so for this month, for $5, it's totally worth watching Coda. It's about this girl who's hearing, but her parents and her brother are deaf. And so she has to be their translator, and it's coming age story for her. I laughed, I cried. It's been a long time since a movie made me do both. So
good. But
I'm like, I hope this movie wins all the awards come Oscar season.
Then after that, go to report a problem and figure out a way to.
No, what you want to do is on your iPhone, go to settings. You can see I've got a free Apple Arcade for 3 months. I don't want Arcade for 3 months, but
Okay.
so if you go to your profile up here, there's a subscriptions button.
Yes. Yeah.
And if you click that, it's going to tell you what subscriptions you have.
Oh.
And so I've expired my Apple TV. But if you click on, say, Apple Fitness, you can hit cancel subscription.
Okay, I'm a couple steps behind you here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Should I slow down?
I went to settings and I see the JE at the top that says, so I hit on that.
Yeah.
And then it's new iCloud terms and conditions. Well, I don't need that. But what do I scroll down to?
Mine's the fourth one down. Do you,
subscriptions.
Yeah.
That's what I go to. Okay.
And if you click that, you should see what you're subscribing to.
There it is. Okay.
And if you
Apple
click
T-
on
Apple
Apple
TV.
TV,
Uh-huh.
you should see a cancel subscription that's red.
Okay, so I'll wait till the end of the month since I've already paid for this month and then do that, huh?
Or you could do it and it will just not renew it at the end of the month.
Good, I'm doing
Yeah, you
it.
can do it, you can do it now. It'll still be valid until,
Like my
Okay,
Apple Fitness says that it's going to renew November 5th. So I would have until November 5th before they would.
it
Oh, my.
it just showed me that, so I did it. So I think I'm canceled. Thank you.
Yeah, so if you get more of that, just shout and
I will. Thank you. I had no clue how to, there certainly aren't any phone numbers to call to cancel things.
yeah, it's not easy.
Thank you. Great.
But yeah, Coda, fantastic movie.
Okay.
You might have to download Apple TV onto your smart TV, but it's worth it.
I
Yeah.
have
Or
an
you can
actual,
watch it on your
Question.
computer.
yeah, I have an actual little Apple TV thing that our son gave us for Christmas a few years ago.
Do you use that to view Netflix and all of those?
We haven't,
subscriptions?
no, we use his account on the TV to watch Netflix, but we could use it on this, yes. But does it still work? Because I mean, we haven't used it for
Should.
a year, probably.
Should.
You don't have to subscribe to it if you actually have the little Apple TV thing.
You do. It's just a way to make the benefit of the Apple TV device is it connects your dumb TV to the ability to stream shows like Netflix, Hulu,
And
Amazon.
I've got a smart TV.
So you don't need it.
Oh, good. So
The only benefit.
Anybody
for-
want it?
I'll take it actually, because I do the Apple Fitness subscription, as you saw. And one thing that you need to enjoy Apple Fitness, they during their workouts have a little circle that fills in your calories for the day. And you only get that circle on this TV if you have an Apple TV. So I don't see how many calories I'm burning during a workout. So
I would be
that's the only
happy to
benefit.
donate to you. Lynn.
It's like, I don't want to spend $200 for that one little
I'll
feature.
see you on Sunday.
Well, thank you. But yeah, so that's really the biggest perk of the Apple TV. Yeah.
Hmm.
I have a smart TV question.
Yeah.
I actually have another story because I want to warn people about something, but as part of that story at the end, we just re-signed with Verizon Wireless and they gave us Disney Plus. I have a very old smart TV. How do I get Disney Plus on the old smart TV?
Does the old Smart T have app channels that you can add?
I have no idea.
Most smart TVs have an app like library, and you can add additional apps to that. There are some, but since it's so old, some of them don't add the new streaming services.
Oh, okay.
So
I'll have to look.
they'd have to add that. I know my TV, it only was like last month before they had HBO available. And that's been out for, a year or two now. And that's a new TV thing. So they're slowly, I think, adding them, but my guess is it's going to take it longer on yours.
Yeah, it's 9 years old.
Yeah. So they might eventually get to it, but you could always cast it from your phone.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to avoid using the battery on the phone.
But yeah, depending on your TV, there should be an app store. I don't know which one you have. Vizio was the one that I found most frustrating with the App Store.
I have a Sharp.
I don't know, Sharp's app stores.
Okay.
It's only a semi-smart TV then, Stephen?
Well, it's smarter than I am.
Oh, okay.
You're pretty smart, Stephen.
It does. The important thing is it does YouTube, so we could go to church on Sunday.
There you go.
Speaking of apps, though, the church does have, there's a Boxcast app that you can download to your smart TV if you would do that over YouTube. But YouTube is great. But that one Sunday a few weeks ago when we had issues with just YouTube,
Right.
Boxcast would have resolved your problems. But-
Speaking of this week, am
Yeah.
I had sent the email to
I saw
John.
you forwarded, John forwarded me your email.
Am I
Um,
on this week?
I don't think so.
Because I offered to trade with somebody for the 24th.
I was so miffed that you weren't coming though, Stephen, because that I'm on vacation that day. So I'm like, I want people I trust, running stuff. This week, who's doing it? Oh no, we have a new recruit.
Oh, well, you definitely don't want to take away the week from the new recruit. And you definitely don't want the new recruit coming in the day you're not there.
Exactly. Yeah, so I was so excited. I was like, Dirk is back, I'm like, he will totally cover for me the week I'm away. And then he's like, no, I'm going on vacation the entire month of November and the end of October. I'm like, oh, all of these people are away the day I'm gone.
Call Maddie, tell her to come home.
Yeah, maybe she has fall break.
There
Maybe Thanksgiving.
you go.
So I'm off till December.
Oh, right, because you're gone all of November. I'm losing
Yeah.
volunteers. Nancy's abandoning me. Chuck's abandoning me.
Well, I may find out that I'm not as bad off as I thought. And I may re-up.
Take your time, Stephen. Don't come back early. We want you to rest and recover. That's more
Well,
important.
no, it's not a matter of resting and recovering. It's a matter of whether I'll be able to see or not with
Right.
the vision that I'm left with before I get new glasses.
True. Yeah. We hope it goes well.
Thank you. My little story, back in the early spring, we switched carriers for our cell phones. And I had a problem one day because T-Mobile had an outage. And I called to ask the carrier, why am I having a problem? And they said, oh, your phone's too old. Well, this is the phone they told me a month and a half earlier I could transfer to them, which made me a little miffed. So I ended up buying a phone from them, which I didn't need because my old phone worked fine. It was that T-Mobile had a problem. So I didn't activate it, and I didn't activate it, and I didn't activate it, and I finally activated the new phone. And 2 weeks later, Shelley said, we got to go back to Verizon. And we called and started the process, and we found out we could not take my new phone and transfer it to Verizon.
Mhm.
So I had to buy another phone. Well, it turns out going back to Verizon, they were kind enough to give us a phone. So I got a new phone, but the whole moral of this story is, it is actually true that there are going to be Android cell phones, and I guess, I don't know, I imagine Apple avoids this problem, that will be out they will be outdated within a few months
Month?
because of everybody upgrading their equipment to 5G.
Hmm.
Your old phone may stop working. So I don't know how many people have Android phones, but if it's an older phone, you may want to call your carrier and find out if you're going to need to replace it.
I know 3G is going out of 2. They're
Yeah.
stopping supporting 3G.
Yeah, that was my problem. They said my phone was a 3G phone, which I didn't understand because when it was on data, the 4G lights lit up. But when I went back to Verizon, I said, "Can I use this phone?" Because I bought it through Verizon,
Mhm.
and they said, "Unfortunately, not because it's a 3G phone." So
Well, I only recently learned the difference between locked and unlocked phones. Does everyone know that? And my blue phone that everybody makes fun of is unlocked, so I can go to someplace else if I want, I guess.
except there are different technologies. I got a 5G phone from Consumer Cellular, but it turns out AT&T and T-Mobile use a different technology for their phones than Verizon does. It has to do with the network interface on
Okay.
their towers. So I could not take my T-Mobile and AT&T compatible phone to Verizon, which is why I had to get a new phone from Verizon, which fortunately I didn't have to pay for.
So the moral of the story is switch to Apple.
I tried. Shelley would not let me. She told me she'd divorce me if I got an iPhone.
Oh, my goodness.
They are so back ordered on iPhone 13s that I would have had to wait 2 months anyway.
I have a 13.
I'm not
Of course
surprised.
you do.
Right.
And
I
then,
don't know what I
Yeah.
have.
yeah, I just wanted to apologize to everybody for taking that call, but it was my brother in Denver and they are moving to Maris Grove on Sunday.
Yay.
So
Nice.
he was calling to tell me what day the movers were actually delivering, which is Wednesday. So chances are I won't be here next Thursday because I will be busy helping them unpack. But yeah.
It's nice that they'll be close though.
Oh yeah, they'll be in a different building, but you know, my sister's 40 feet down the hall. So we only have one sibling that's not here at this, won't be
Is
here.
that a good thing?
At this point in our life, yes, and he's 8 years older than I am, so it'll be nice to really get to know him a little bit better because he went off to college when I was 10. You know,
I'm just saying, being an only child, I don't know if it's a good idea having your sister live 40 feet away from you.
it's terrific when I want to borrow something or she wants to borrow something.
Oh.
We're back and forth all the time.
I have to take a call.
Yeah. So
I've got to
anyway.
roll.
Good
Have a
luck,
good
Stephen.
Thursday, guys. Yeah.
I've got to
Good.
roll. So I appreciate all of your information. Interesting to listen to it. And I appreciate the being able to shift into Word. So let's see if I can do it now.
Come back next week and report.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
thanks, everyone.
Good to
Okay,
see you
take care.
all.
Thank you.
Bonnie, your pastor friend emailed me this week about Zoom rooms.
Oh, yeah, we haven't done it yet. I'm going to wait till after our reunion.
Okay.
Bill and I got our COVID booster yesterday, so we would be ready to go to the reunion with 2,000 people or whatever is going to be there. Yeah,
Cool. Yeah.
yeah. So I survived it.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take care.
Have a good week.
Bye.
Catherine,
Thank
any
you.
other Zoom questions?
No, I'm just happy I'm on. Thank you. very much.
Congratulations for achieving your first Zoom meeting.
That's right.
Welcome to pandemic
Won't be your
life.
last.
Right, thank you.
Yeah. Good.
Bye-bye.
Bye. See you
Bye.
next week.
Bye.
Bye.